UK Center for Clinical and Translational Science is boosting research careers for young investigators, like physical therapist Brian Noehren. Seed funding from CCTS allowed him to test pulse sequences to study muscle injuries, making UK one of only a few institutions in the United States to use magnetic resonance imaging in this new area of research. He now has NIH funding to define the mechanisms of strength loss after knee surgery.
We can actually look inside and see, okay, well, how long are your muscle fibers? What angle do they form? And those properties of muscle fibers are strong drivers for how much force you can produce. And so if we can identify what structurally has changed about you after you've had surgery and are unable to regain strength, we now have a potential target to better direct physical therapy interventions. So being able to receive funding from the CCTS and through this NIH K-23 and be able to partner with some really amazing scientists, we've been able to go back and try to understand what are the mechanisms driving the condition and then base our treatments off of these mechanisms, which I hope will yield for the patient a better result and be something that's more cost effective. We have done a number of studies on how the hip affects the knee, and we have this growing body of evidence to suggest that rehabilitation might want to be more focused in terms of knee pain, more at kind of strengthening the hip and improving hip mechanics. And when I started out in this field 10 years ago, that wasn't the prevailing school of thought. And we learned really cool things about the effects of physical inactivity, about how certain exercises may either cause injury or prevent injury. And I've always thought, well, gosh, it'd be great to go back and share that with the people who both directly and indirectly support research here at the University of Kentucky. We've had the opportunity to partner with the YMCA here in Fayette County, Swim, Bike, Run, and John's Run, Walk, to name a few. We go and we present some of our research findings and then take time to get questions from individuals, hearing what people's questions are and what's on their minds, what types of injuries they're suffering from. It's helped kind of drive our research. We have an opportunity here and an obligation in my role at the University of Kentucky to go out and try to help people the best that I can with the tools that I have, try to be physically active and try to do it in a way that is safe and doesn't result in injury.
Noehren says mentoring is a priority because students are a critical component to his research.
We need to bring up the next generation of clinician scientists. So having the orthopedic residents in here and showing them that research isn't necessarily this really scary thing, and actually is really informative for them as in their practice as a clinician, then translates to our undergraduate and our graduate students working in the lab, because that's where they want to go with their careers. And I think because there's so many different attractive careers for students, mentoring and working with the undergraduate and the high school students, I really hope to kind of guide them into a career in physical therapy and to consider pursuing research. It's really gratifying to watch them spread their wings and ask questions and to gain confidence in something that can be rather daunting. And I get a lot of personal satisfaction out of seeing our students succeed.